Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fulton Street Beats. I told you I'd get back to you with this guitar. This was a very inexpensive guitar ordered from Amazon, and I'll put the links to this in the description below. And you might be interested in this guitar if you're a guitar modder, you like to mod your guitars, or you just want something that's pretty cool that already kind of rock and rolls pretty well the way it is, but definitely, in my opinion, needs a little bit of upgrading, but not where you might think. So let's talk about this. This is a Volgoa GTM-2 guitar from Amazon, and these are on sale right now due to an overstock issue, is what they're saying. Now, I don't think it's an overstock issue myself. I think that there might be some mistakes with this guitar that we'll get into here in a second. First off, let's talk about the positives about this guitar. It has jumbo stainless steel frets, and they're polished to a high shine, and they feel fantastic on this guitar. Now, one fret on this guitar was a bit high, but it didn't need leveling. It just needed a tap down. The neck on this is a really fast, slim C neck. It is a smooth finish. It's not glossy, and it's very fast. It feels really good. The frets, guys, amazing. It's got nice nickel tuners on it. They look like nickel, and they turn really well, and they hold pretty good. This does have split coils. People say that's a stupid place for a switch. Well, this is a split coil switch, and it's actually not a stupid place for a split coil switch, because it's right here where you're playing, and you get to move it. You don't hit it accidentally unless you're strumming up here all the time. But it works fine, works fantastic, and then your toggle is right here. Now, I like this because everything is easy to get to switch things quickly. I actually think the location is very well thought out on this. It has a very nice tremolo bridge, small block on it, of course, but it does float. It also floats, and it's a mahogany body with a maple look top. Yeah, flame maple look to top. This is actually a photo finish, but they did a really good job. It's pretty. It's a pretty guitar, and it reminds me a lot of a Music Man, if you've ever seen the Music Man style of these guitars. Now, here's the back. Both of the covers are recessed in, and it looks good. Everything, the fit and the finish is fantastic. It has the nice flat strat buttons instead of the bell-shaped ones that you guys know I can't stand. And looks-wise, this is a fantastic guitar, but how does it sound? Well, I'm going to do a little bit for you, and hopefully I don't get a copyright strike for it, to demonstrate what I think these particular pickups are good for. The action on this, now I haven't messed with anything except tuned it up, which brought the bridge up to level where it should be. Strings needed some stretching, so if you get one of these, you're going to fiddle with the strings a little bit to get them stretched in, and most of that's because they use so many winds at the tuners that coil keeps stretching. Now I think it's kind of settled into where it should be, but our action on this is mine is set at 2 millimeters on the nose at the 12th for the low E, and 2 millimeters on the nose at the high E. It could be dropped a little bit more than that too, but it's actually pretty comfortable there, and it feels good, and it's nice and stable, so I'm not complaining too much. A lot of times I like my action slammed really, really low, but it's not really bad with this guitar. It works, and I can't put my finger on it, but it just seems to work. And once again, the frets, right? So what about the pickups? What about those pickups? Well, they're not really a low output pickup like I would expect, but the guitar's not what I expected. When I bought this guitar and they show the pictures, and I'll put some pictures of it here, you'll notice that they advertised this on the back showing pictures of locking tuners, which this obviously does not have. These are not locking tuners. I'm going to pull this little sticker off here. But these are so obviously not locking tuners, and not the ones that they were advertising for the picture. Also, another thing that I was really expecting on this guitar, and I really was expecting it, was a hot rail pickup. Yes, that's right. One of the split coils for the humbucker was a hot rail in the picture, and I really wanted that feature, and unfortunately this did not come with it. Now, am I sending it back? Of course not. This guitar is $150, $151 and some change, and I think it had a $15 off coupon on top of that. So I mean, it's $150 out the door with tax and everything and shipping, and comes packaged nice. Comes in a gig bag, which is in the other room. But it's a gig bag. It's like a canvas style. Better than most, and not better than some, but it works nice. It gives you a truss rod adjustment tool. Of course, your horrible cable, but the truss rod adjustment tool it's a decent tool. Everything on this guitar is pretty nice. And for 100, I've seen a lot worse guitars for 150. Like really, I've seen expensive guitars that were a lot worse than this guitar. And I'm not saying this guitar is bad, because it's not. Where it really shines is in the sound and playability. It does. It sounds good, and it is when you play it, you forget. You don't know you're playing a $150 guitar for sure. I'm sure it could benefit from a string upgrade, but these are factory strings. We will change them when they stop doing what they do. Now, the inlays on this, they're like a flame pattern inlay. Acrylic, of course, but very nicely done, all centered nicely. Not a lot of fill around anything. It looks right at place. If you walked into a guitar store and somebody handed this guitar to you and said, play it blindfolded, when you were playing it and hearing it, you would never guess that it's a $150 guitar in a million years. You just wouldn't. Something happens, some kind of psychosis happens when we know that, and we start really nitpicking things. But if I'm going to be honest, it's a beautiful guitar that could benefit from some small upgrades, such as locking tuners, such as a string tree, and such as, a better block, maybe a brass block on this, I think would help with sustain a lot. I wouldn't change the pickups, because they give me a tone that I've been kind of searching for a long time, and that's a Dave Mustaine tone. And they give me that tone. And that's the first thing that I noticed when I strummed this guitar. I was like, oh, there it is. Been searching for the tone for a long time, and these kind of came close. I guess it could be better, but these came close. So it does sound fantastic. I can't complain about it. Is it worth $150? You guys have to be the judge of that. What do you think? What do you think about this guitar? There's no blemishes on the guitar. I mean, there's no blemishes. So it looks fantastic. It's set up really nice. There's no gaps where the neck meets the body. There's no big scratches. As a matter of fact, I don't see any scratches on this at all. And if you say, oh, that's a photo finish, yeah, I guess if you look really hard, you could say it's a photo finish. But honestly, I've seen finishes that weren't photo finishes that I've questioned whether they were real or not. So I guess it just depends. But it looks the part, and that neck is so nice to play. And we all know that a nice neck can make or break a guitar, right? Let's get a weight of this guitar while we're right here. And I'm not going to go too in-depth on this guitar, simply because it's a $150 guitar. And if you want to take a chance on one and get one, then you can do that. Let's see what we got here. Actually, let me zero this back out, because I don't think I was... Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to guess close to 8 pounds. 7.82 pounds. So it's not heavy, but it's not light. It's a nice weight. Mahogany body, if I mentioned that. Mahogany body, flame maple look top on it. Really nice wood in the back. I'm looking for pieces of mahogany, and I'm not seeing any. There's no seams or anything on the back for the mahogany itself. So very well done. I'll still have to get in here and check out the routing, but I have a feeling it's going to be good. And when I'm looking at the tremolo block itself, it's not one of those pot metal looking ones. It's actually, it might be, but it's got shine to it. It's got a little shine to it, like there's a little more quality there. But I see it's painted black inside of there. We're going to dive in farther in another video, but and check out the electronics a little better. All the split coils work on this, by the way. They work really well. I forget what the pickups are now. I did test them. I think it was, I want to say 10.83 on the bridge, if I remember correctly, and 10.2 5.53 on the neck, if I remember correctly, and then right around 6, close to it, 5.98 in the center position with a 3-way. Don't ask me what they are with the coils. I don't remember, but everything works as it should, and it sounds fantastic. So let me leave you a little bit with an outro of some Megadeth, and you guys tell me what you think. Is this worth $150 shipped to your door from Amazon? If so, check the link out below. I'll leave an affiliate link below for my Amazon link, and remember, there's a coupon in there right now for $15 off that price. So 151, whatever, 60 I think it is, and $15 off. And very cool. It's a cool guitar, $150, and you can upgrade the hell out of it. Do what you want. Playability's there, guys. So I think it's a guitar that I would like to experiment on and upgrade myself, especially with the tuners and things like that. But probably going to leave the pickups. I think the pickups are definitely a keeper. So keep that in mind. Maybe some new pots, things like that. But these pickups really do shine. Thanks for watching Fulton Street Beats, guys. If you could, on the way out, hit that like button, share, subscribe, and remember, it's rock and roll that makes a world do that twirly thing. Peace. Bye.
The earth starts to rumble.